This past semester, 18 college students at the University of Virginia competed in Survivor at UVA. They competed in physical challenges that tested their mental and physical capabilities. For 94 days, they tested their social and strategic wits. They were separated into 3 teams of brain, brawn, and beauty. The Brain Tribe is composed of 6 students who focus on their academics, 2 engineers.
I have a diverse set of people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis, so I feel like that's good for maintaining relationships and creating those relationships. That'll be really important in this game.
Hello, I'm Michael. I'm a first-year UVA student, and I'm 19 years old. I'm majoring in some sort of engineering. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about computer science or systems engineering.
An aspiring video game maker.
I think that I want to do computer science because I really like video games, and I'd really like to maybe have my own video game company someday. I think that'd be cool. As far as hobbies and things, obviously I like to play a lot of video games. I play League of Legends a lot. If you play that, you know already that I'm a trash person.
An aspiring doctor.
I'm a huge super fan. I know everything about the show. I first started out with my grandmother, watched them all through with her, then my parents, and then my cousins, so I have a pretty good grasp on everything. How that's going to apply to the actual game, we'll see.
A poker player, and a chemistry teacher assistant.
Okay, I'm definitely not brawn. I'm 5'7", not fast, not tall, not strong, not quick. So I rolled that one out pretty quickly. I'm like, yeah, beauty's not really going to be it either. And then when he finally introduced us as a brain tribe, I'm like, okay, that's something I can relate to.
Being a Chem TA is a very, very interesting experience because you meet all sorts of people who either need help or just want to get, you know, your insight into the chem department, or like genuinely just like chemistry, and it's very fun. It's one of those skills I didn't realize I had until I had to put it in use, where being able to pinpoint where people's problems are within the material is a strength of mine, and it helps me get better at reading people, which I think will really help with this whole Survivor season, just because knowing people's strengths and weaknesses is important for your team and for those who might oppose you.
The Brawn Tribe is composed of 6 students who focus on their athletic abilities. 2 soccer players.
I've played soccer since I basically could walk. I think I've played since I was 3 or 4, so it's always been part of my identity.
I've played soccer all my life, and I've maintained a competitive edge in everything I do, and so I'm ready to get it physically, mentally, strategically.
2 runners.
I think the running will definitely help for challenges. I hope to be that sort of person that people don't want to vote out, at least in the tribal stage, because I'll help them win.
I just love that feeling of being able to like push through and achieve more than you thought you could, no matter like the day. Like if you don't feel good on race day, you still have to run, and you know that's something that for 4 years of my life was essentially my life for 4 years. So I've really learned to, no matter how I feel that day or what's going on in my life, just really get out there, clear my mind, and go.
A member of the women's water polo team.
From what I can tell, it seems like the contestants that are really sneaking and conniving and going behind people's backs, it tends to backfire on them sometimes. So I think that I'm going to try and kind of fly below the radar and just not get on people's bad side.
And a basketball player.
I guess one very important characteristic of me is that most of the time I'm sleeping. I don't know why, I'm just very lethargic most of the time. Maybe because I spend a lot of time on basketball, so the other times when I'm not playing basketball, I'm just like tired.
The Beauty Tribe is composed of 6 contestants who focus on their artistic and altruistic extracurriculars. We have a volunteer for the ASPCA.
I am also going to start volunteering at the SPCA, so I'll be walking some dogs through trails, I believe, and that'll help battle the elements. Which, again, we're not going to be stranded on a beach, but it's still cold and it's winter here. So that'll make me tougher, and dogs will boost my happiness.
a newspaper editor.
I've seen every season of Survivor, and I'm a huge fan. And yeah, I'm just really excited to play, and I'm gonna play really hard, and that's my plan. And if I flame out really fast, then so be it. But I want to like go as hard as I can and go balls to the walls. And at the end of the day, if I'm sitting at the final tribal, I'll have a good case. And if not, then I know I gave it everything I had.
An education major.
I've always known that I'm the type of person to want to manipulate everybody. So I think that I would definitely be okay with backstabbing someone. Okay, I like probably will, given the chance. If it's going to help my game and it's going to further me into it, for me, there's no morals when it comes to this game. I think that it's just, everyone's against everyone, so you have to do what you can do to protect everyone.
A member of the Sexual Assault Prevention Club.
Okay, I'm definitely very competitive, but I'm like nice about it sometimes. And I would say fun. I'm fun. I'm a yes person. I say yes to a lot of things. So going bungee jumping, skydiving.
A lifetime Girl Scout.
I joined Survivor because I'm gonna win this game. You know, I want that $100. Outside of my very, very long hours studying biology, I'm a member of Kappa Delta sorority. I'm on the club polo team. I exercise horses for money, so, you know, all about looking for that money, right?
And a university tour guide.
So as far as things that I'm involved in, I'm a tour guide at UVA, I'm in an a cappella group, I'm in 1 and 4, and then I write for the paper, so I'll definitely have to keep eyes in the back of my head whenever I can, even though, again, everyone will be doing that, so it will not be easy. But I would say right now, loyalty is my focus. Later on in the game, I have to look out for myself.
Which tribe will win out? 18 university students, 94 days, 1 survivor.
We'll start at the beginning. I walk up and there's only one other person there from my tribe, and it's Noah. And so me and Noah, we kind of hit it off really fast, and we're like waiting for everyone else to get there, and like immediately we were just like chatting, and it was really cordial and everything. And then Noah's like, hey, like, why don't we just like be a 4? And I was like, everyone's kind of just like, okay, sure. Like, we all say yes.
I'm trying to think of the people who were there first. I think I was talking to Blake and Sam and Haley. Honestly, maybe first outside the Rotunda. Obviously, Damaris and Ree were there eventually too.
So I was thinking of aligning, well, I didn't know anyone, but I was like thinking of aligning myself with Noah, and I think it's because I know him from before, and then I feel like we have the same like competitive, like, I don't know, competitive like level.
Damaris I know very well from our trip to Puerto Rico, where we went with alternative spring break at UVA. So we spent a week in Puerto Rico. It was 10 students, I guess, and then 2 leaders who were also students at UVA. So yeah, Damaris I got to know definitely better during the second half. I feel like I didn't know her as well during the first couple days, but then everyone started branching out, and she kind of revealed her really funny personality, and so that was really good. it was really good to have someone like that on the trip.
We pretty much immediately figured out that we were the Brawn team because I asked like people what they did and they were like sports, 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 and I was like, okay. We jokingly, there was 5 of us there, and then like we were like waiting for our last member, Hero, and like we were just joking like, guys, like if we are the team that loses, we're just gonna vote out this person that was like that showed up late.
Yeah, so walking up to the brain tribe for the first time, everyone was kind of nervous, you know, first challenge, didn't know who was going to be there, what we were getting into at all. I think that showed a little bit in the first interaction, but we all started joking around. One of our teammates forgot a jacket, even though it was like 20 degrees outside, so we were making fun of him pretty quickly, and I think that set the tone for us joking around and being friendly with each other.
Welcome to Survivor at UVA! As y'all should know, we're currently standing in front of the Rotunda, a building UVA's founder Thomas Jefferson designed for the purpose of representing the authority of nature and power of reason. He founded this university that now provides a lasting education to the students that come here, and as you all can see, there are a large variety of students, and that's how we're separating your tribes, by what you do here. Brawn on the left, beauty in the middle, brains on the right.
I have no idea why I was put on the beauty tribe. I just thought it was really cool. I mean, I guess like the idea of like being like social and talkative and stuff like that, like that's a big part of it. I feel like there's, you can be beautiful just because you have a great personality. And I just was like, okay, I guess that could make sense. I like to talk to people.
We have a tribe of academics. Your name will be Mohingan for wolf in Algonquin, the language of the Algonquians, a Native American tribe. We have a tribe of altruists and artists, people who spend their time giving services to people, providing their creativity. And your name will be Amo for bee. And blue, the Brawn tribe full of athletes. Your name will be Makwa for bear. Yeah. Give out the bus.
I actually have my own buff from the real TV show. So every Wednesday I'm wearing it. So when I got to open up my own buff, I thought it was a bandana at first. I didn't realize that we actually had buffs to wear. I put it on so quick, made sure I fixed it just right on my head, made sure it was everything was supposed to be, and I was ready. It made me feel like I was ready to win my first challenge.
Everybody, we're gonna walk along to the challenge. It'll be in a garden, so go that way, down the stairs in the middle.
I like everybody so far. Nobody's really trying to dominate anything. You can tell everybody's trying to be a little cautious. Thinking forward, I think maybe Laura might be a good person to align with, just because she's a runner, I'm a runner. Runner bonds are hard to break. And Lucas seems pretty cool. He seems a little quiet like me. So at the moment, I would say those probably, the two of them are probably people I might want to work with in the future.
They're just going to lock us in the garden. So they're trying to test to see how long you're going to last. They're waiting out. Travis and Austin I've gotten pretty close with. I haven't really talked to the girls yet, but we seem like we have a solid team so far. So.
Anne-Marie, I really like her. She's really sweet. Definitely somebody that I would really consider working with. I've already thought about it.
What were you up to last night?
I took my cousin to some random apartment party.
Haley. I also really like Haley. Haley's really sweet. Her and Anne-Marie already seem like they're getting like kind of tight. That's scary, but that's also not a bad thing because it's also could be useful.
How is your cousin? She's a senior in high school.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. I'm first year.
I really like Sam. Sam is a really nice guy.
What year are you?
At the end of it. And he told me that he is a huge fan of the show, arguably the only other huge fan of the show besides me on our tribe. Everyone else seemed to only know a little bit about it or watched it here and there, whereas Sam and I like definitely know a lot more about it. So he's somebody that I would like to work with and I would like to have like an alliance with, but I definitely will not trust him at all. I like him and we can work together, and I don't even mind going really far into the game with him if that's possible. I would do it, but I have to be careful about him.
Do you like
Yeah. Professors, I guess.
Yeah, that's
You go to be a professor.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I love teaching.
Yeah, teaching.
See, there's the altruistic part of our group. Everyone wants to teach others.
We're gonna have 3 parts to this challenge. Beauty, which will test your social skills, your leadership skills, and then brawn, and then brain. So the first decision you're gonna make as a tribe together is you're going to split yourselves up into 3 pairs of people. Have 5 minutes to decide, so at 11:01 we will start the challenge. Now on to the explanation of the challenge. The first part, as I said, is beauty. We're going to have blindfolded scavenging. So the 2 people that you picked as beauty will be the leaders to guide the rest of the 4 people. They will be paired up into their brawn and brain pairs, and they will be looking for Easter eggs. These Easter eggs will then have puzzle pieces inside of them, and the brawn members will be in charge of carrying their members in any way they want. They can do, 2 people can carry 1 person can carry another. You just have to make sure that the 4 people that are not brawn must not touch the ground until you get past those stairs. Then, for the brain section, you'll get the puzzle pieces from inside the Easter eggs that you got. The brawn tribe will, the brawn pair will carry the Easter eggs up as well, and the brain pair will do the puzzle pieces. And that's it. So, get blindfolded so we can hide the Easter eggs around. The beauty pair will get to see us put the Easter eggs wherever. Ready, set, survivors, go! Alright,
Haley, to your left. Hey, to your left. Sorry.
Damaris,
Go for it, Haley.
To your left. Noah, to your
AM
left.
to your right.
Noah, to your left. Keep going straight, Noah.
Haley to your right.
I'm right here. You hear me? Okay. Okay. I'm right here. Now, we're going to turn.
White has 1 egg.
Okay.
Brawn is backing into the egg.
Ow, the heck.
Andrew, give us directions. Ray, stand up.
Haley,
yeah?
Take a left. Take a left.
Alright, stop. Go to the right, go to the right.
Go straight.
We're just gonna go to the far one, okay?
Go straight.
Guys,
Go
just go to the right, go to the right.
No, you first.
There you go, go that way. Yep. A little further, behind the tree.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You got both.
I got 2, yeah.
Okay, I have 1.
2 steps to the left. 2 steps to the left. Right.
Yeah.
To your right.
To the left.
Travis, go straight. Go straight. Travis, take 1 step. Right.
Travis and Michael just standing there.
Is there a tree here? I can't see.
Because we have three. Other side of your foot. Turn around. It's not. No, no, no.
We have six. So wait, can we go? Can we run up there now?
We take a one. Okay, come back.
All right. Let's go. How are we doing this?
Braun is already sending up their members.
You got this. You got this. Tell me if you need it.
Damaris carrying Anne-Marie.
To your left. To your left.
Michael and Travis still standing.
I know. I can't say left or right.
Straight.
Turn to the left. Turn to the left 90 degrees. I know.
Peace out.
Braun is now carrying their members up. Brain is still looking for their eggs.
I think it'd probably be best. Oh, 14517. Right here. You got it.
I'm so sorry. You're good.
Come on, Damaris. I need to get the light ones all the way out. You got it. You got it.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you sure you got it? You got it. You got it.
So close. You got it. Yes. All right. Good job. Oh, you got it. You might have to go back and help them. Good job. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I'm sorry, but you did well.
How many eggs were there?
6. Beauty and Braun.
There were 6?
Braun has 5 eggs. They did not get their 6th egg. You guys have to go all the way back.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Wait, so that would have to be the least only design the yellow one?
You found 5, right?
Yeah.
You need
Should I
the
go back
6th
and
egg.
tell them that?
Yes.
Okay.
Haley and Anne-Marie doing the puzzle.
Can you
trying
tell
to
us if
figure
it's
it out.
like a square, like a shape or anything? Like
It's got to look like something.
the Rotunda!
Beauty is in first place. Meanwhile, Brain and Braun are completely messed up.
Wait, where's it?
Did you get it?
We don't know. Like,
It's looking good so far.
Maggie! Maggie!
Cover up.
Each of those two sides is cute.
The rock is not involved.
Sorry? Yeah, 3D cube.
No.
What?
That is not right. Haley and Anne-Marie had a huge lead.
Thanks.
And Braun might catch up to them. Okay, pause. We're reviewing footage. We found that someone actually threw one of the yellow eggs, so that's why they cannot find their last yellow egg. We're gonna let them come up here with their 6 yellow eggs.
It ended up just like kind of, when I felt a lot of people around me, I knew that there would be eggs right there, so I got low and I kind of felt around. And our team had planned beforehand that we would throw the eggs of the other teams away. And so I would hold up the eggs and make sure that they weren't our eggs and then throw them away. And I still felt all these people like scrambling around that spot and me knowing that their egg was probably 10 feet in another direction.
We have restarted. Brain Tribe is now getting all their eggs to the front. Now everybody is doing their puzzle. No, no, no. Only the brain pair does the puzzle.
Can we tell them what to do?
No.
Okay.
Back up.
Here, I think we need to take this apart. This is like nothing's fitting. Maybe 2 of these are right.
Maybe 2. Yeah, I think these are right.
Like, I don't think...
No, because 3 of them are fitting, so I don't see why.
Here, maybe...
Hugh and Ellen's still trying to figure out this puzzle. Alright, it has been 10 minutes since Beauty Tribe started the puzzle. Our first clue we're going to give is that it is supposed to look like a cube. And each piece is a side of the cube. What do you mean? Yeah, it's a cube.
Well, sometimes there's like artsy, like cute-ish puzzles, you know?
15 minutes in and no one has figured out this puzzle. The second clue is that the numbers will be on the outside. Now you're allowed to switch out if you want to. Michael just switched out with Lillian. Now he's gonna work on the puzzle. Laura has just switched out with Ellen. Michael thinks he has it. Brain has it. They have won immunity. Now we're going for second place. Brain was in last place, not even being able to find their yellow eggs. Somebody threw it.
Somebody threw it.
Cover it up, cover it up. There was sabotage.
But you got your so it's fine.
Both tribes are now looking at the puzzle that Brain finished. They're just copying this puzzle.
Are they allowed to? Aww.
Austin just covered the puzzle and now they cannot look at it.
It's like that.
Yeah. Does that possibly work?
Look at that mic.
Beauty looks like they're very close.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, just like that. Come on.
Braun needs to hurry up.
There we go.
Yes!
We have it! Beauty has it. Beauty has won immunity.
Oh my god.
Good job, good job. First is the worst, second is the best, right?
Third is on the treasure chest. Third is the one with the treasure chest.
True, true. Maybe.
Our first place, Brain. First place, 5. Now for being in first place, Brain, you'll receive a clue to the hidden immunity idol of your hidden immunity idol as a tribe. Beauty, you have tribal immunity. You won't have to go to tribal council. You don't have the idol, but you won't have to vote someone out. Ron, I'm gonna have to see you guys at Tribal Council sometime this week.
The biggest problem was me being the brains team, I guess. That puzzle kind of got me stuck. I'm trying to figure it out, but I guess my agent blind wasn't working.
So Brain Tribe, you have won an idol clue. That means you get the clue to the hidden immunity idol. I'm gonna read it to you right now. Surrounded by 17 other competitors may be concerning. Can you tell who you are your real friends? Engineer something quickly and get those gears turning. Upon this, your life may depend.
The moment Genki, for our clue, said something about engineering, I was like, too easy, E-school. And I was a little afraid that everybody else was also like, too easy, E-school.
I'm in Darden Court looking for the White Tribe immunity idol.
And it was kind of cold out, so I didn't immediately go out and look for it.
And I was in the back, walking around, and I thought, maybe it was somewhere in the middle. Looking around, I was like, geez, if somebody else already got it, I wouldn't know.
We'll recycle this because we're good. They told us it was wrapped in paper colored of the color of our tribe.
And I almost gave up halfway through, but as I was walking through the courtyard, I was like, it said something about gears, so I was going, what is this gearbox? But then I walked by this tree and there was this big old bag and I was like, aha, got it. And so, yeah, I got the idol a day after. Actually, probably just a few hours, yeah. So I'm pretty proud, kind of smug. Nobody knows that I have it, but I have it. So that's that. It's pretty good. Good white team, good team building.
No luck. Looks like somebody got here first.
I guess my north face is voidish. I don't know. Well, we'll see when, we actually get to the merge. We'll be screwed up. Maybe it'll be warm then.
I say that I know Whitney and Laura the best just because they're more outgoing and a little more outspoken.
Well, the colors don't matter. That's, well, yeah. If there's if there's a swap merge, yeah.
I haven't decided whether or not that trait is trustworthy though, because Forrest is a little more quiet, which could mean he's more secretive, but it also could mean he's more trustworthy.
So guys, do we want to get together at all? Yeah, sure.
Is that class until 4:20?
I actually have class at 5. Well, that's probably why it's like 7:45.
I'm an international student, and you guys, they're all Americans, and they talk about their stuff, and I'm like, okay. I don't understand what you guys are talking about at the time.
Right at the bat, I got a good vibe from Austin because we are both from the same area. We're both from the Chantilly area. So we kind of bonded over that, and he had said he watched the show before, and I obviously have. So right at the bat, I had a good first impression of him. Travis, I also had a good impression of. He also watches the show. And I don't know, I felt like he was nice, and I felt like he could be somebody I could work with potentially.
We all went out to lunch after the challenge and hung out a little bit more. I think everyone on my tribe is super hardworking, which I think is really cool. Everyone seems really grounded. Noah's a little bit more quiet. I think he's definitely we're all pretty outgoing, I think, and Noah's definitely the odd one out there, but he's also super giving, so I think that's awesome that our team seems really hardworking and giving.
Let's see, Anne-Marie, she's really cool too. I haven't talked to her a ton, but every interaction I've had, she's very nice, always smiling. Sam, I had a media studies class with him. I actually thought he was someone else the whole semester and would make this weird eye contact with him, but it ended up being not him, but now I ironically know Sam and he's a pretty cool guy. So I definitely had a good impression. I just knew him from class, hearing him the few times he talked. He's pretty chill guy, I guess, if you will.
I would say Damaris is an easy target, but at the same time Damaris is too easy to get out, I feel like, at this point, and I want to go for Noah. Like, I want to go for the jugular, and Noah's a jugular. Like, he knows Damaris too well, and he can control Damaris, because Damaris doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't even know what this game is. She thought that, like, after we won the challenge that we were going to tribal.
I could definitely see myself working with Haley. She missed the lunch on Saturday after our first challenge. And so I think she's feeling a little bit desperate right now to reach out to people and make connections. And I think she's really sweet, and I want to encourage her in doing that because I want to be a connection for her.
Oh, I know Laura on the Blue Tribe, and that's just because we were friends, sort of, first year. I think there's potential with Laura, but I'm not, like, crossing my fingers. I'm not going to bang my game around this because I don't really care if she survives or not. I feel like extra relationships can only hurt your game at this point, so I'm just trying to play like I don't know anybody else.
And it was actually the grandma of a guy I played baseball with when I was a kid.
That's right.
I didn't know that until my dad showed up, and like, because like she was really mad at me, obviously.
I'm not that worried right now. There's a clear person going home. I think that the other 5 of us are in agreement on that. So I feel pretty confident right now, but then going out of this tribal, I think I'm a lot more worried about how it's gonna go.
I got rear-ended trying to turn into my mom's neighborhood senior year.
I don't know, I just really don't want to be that first person that gets voted out first. That's literally my only goal here, so we'll see if I make it.
I got hit once when my car was parked. I was at an ice cream place. I feel pretty confident going into tribal. I know that I did my job well at the first challenge, and that's usually good enough. I didn't cause any trouble. I didn't do bad at my job, and so only one challenge in, I feel like doing well and being a challenge competitor really helps me. So I don't feel like I'm in hot water. I trust everybody pretty equally, but I feel like I can have some chemistry with Forrest going forward, just because we collaborated in the challenge. I don't know what there is to be nervous about, so am I supposed to be nervous about something? Well, I don't think I'm nervous. I'm just tired.
Hi guys, welcome to Tribal Council. These tiki torches have fire on them. Fire in this game, fire represents your life. Once that fire is out, you are out of the game. So let's start off with first impressions, how the game started. Forrest, so what are your first impressions of your tribe? How do you feel about them?
I like everybody here. We were all talking before the challenge last week, and like just trying to get a sense for who everybody is. We're all, I think, kind of similar in that we all play sports, and you know, we're all UVA students. Like we're all, everybody here is the same.
Laura, how do you feel about finding out you were on the Braun tribe?
It was interesting because I thought there was definitely a chance of me being a beauty just because I do a lot of art stuff here, like between acapella and my arts administration major. But it was kind of fun to be here and be able to go back to my roots as a runner.
Whitney, so would you agree with Forrest? You liked everyone on your tribe, the first impressions were good?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we definitely all put ourselves out there and did the best that we could in the challenge, and it's hard to get to know someone's strengths and weaknesses, both that are relevant to the challenge and just like as a person in such a short amount of time, but first impressions are good.
How would you decide who didn't make an impact on the challenge if everyone's saying everyone tried their hardest?
Well, it was definitely a really complicated challenge to judge, especially because we all had to do different aspects. Like Whitney said, you have to look at everyone's strengths and weaknesses. So now that we've gotten to know each other and we all know each other's activities and sports and majors, I think we have a better grasp of who's going to do well in the future. But I don't know if last challenge was indicative of who's necessarily going to do the best for each other.
Hero, so what are you basing your vote off of?
What am I gonna base my vote off? I guess, well, maybe schedule based. Like, this person's really busy. I think I want to save some time for him, vote him off so he or she can like do something.
So who are the busier people in this group?
Busier people, I'd say myself is one. I'm very busy. Everyone is really busy here.
Let's vote!
I guess,
Wait, so do you feel like it would make sense for you to be the first person voted out of your tribe, being the busier person?
maybe, but if I do, I'm going to call everybody here racist because I'm the only Asian here. Minority powers.
Hiro, you were also one of the people on the puzzle. Do you agree that you struggled together, or do you feel like you lost the lead for your tribe?
I feel I'm kind of responsible because I was on the puzzle like one of the longest person on the puzzle, and with my Asian mind I thought I could solve it, but I guess it didn't work out as well as I thought it would.
Well, with that, it's time to vote. Lucas, you're up.
As far as I don't have any personal grudge against you, and I like you as a person, but you know your name is my girlfriend's favorite movie, Forrest Gump, the name. So I'm like, yeah, you know that's a cool name, so I'm gonna vote you off. It doesn't make sense, but yes.
I'm sorry, but like you said yourself, you make the most sense.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. Once the votes are read, the vote has been cast, and you will have to leave the tribal council area. I'll read the votes. First vote, Hiro. Second vote, Forrest. Third vote, Hiro. 2 votes Hiro, 1 vote Forrest, 3 votes left. Fourth vote, Hiro. Fifth vote, and first person voted out of Survivor, Rotunda Island, Hiro. So do I stand up? Hiro, the tribe has spoken. Out that way. Sorry guys. I don't like red anyway.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching the premiere of Survivor Rotunda Island. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe below. If you want to watch other fan-made college survivors, look in the description, there are a bunch down there, and it just improves from here on out. So, we will release the next episode Wednesday at 9 PM, so wait for that. Alright, thank you guys.
Next time on Survivor. Previous relationships begin to affect the game full force.
We're in Who's and that wasn't gonna stay super long.
If it comes down to it, I might have to betray my team members to save my friendship.
Probably has a friend in the wrong tribe, just told him that.
And the contestants will bite off more than they can chew. Ready, set, reveal.